Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items and the Blind Tiger's marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks.
No.
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 No. No.
No. You know.
You know there's a very popular influencer somewhere that goes, no.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who?
Will
you back it up, like? Don't just go, yeah, I'm going to give you this little bit of information with nothing else to
He's
go
a friend
with
of Shane Gillen. I can't remember what the book's name is.
He just goes, no.
Yeah, every start of his Instagram, he'll post, it goes, no.
And you're sure it's not my old one?
No. Why does she? Oh, she does that.
That's
yeah.
all she does. No.
Yeah, no.
You know. Like, Mav, I always say this. She'll kill me for saying this, but she tells stories without telling you anything.
Yeah.
Say if I went home and I said, Ma'am, I fell out with this fella there, and she'd say, do you know what? No, just tell him now.
No.
So. Or she does get that vicious mammy streak in her, like, the God forgive me's. God forgive me, but tell him now, Mark. Do you know what? Tell him now. Tell him fuck off now. Like, she gets that vicious shit in her, like, if anyone goes at her children-in-law, tell them now, Mark, just go up and say, excuse me now, fuck off now, you fuck off. No. Anyway, that's the cursing quota for the week done.
Yeah, we've nothing to give out about it.
Nothing to give out about, Ray. What are we going to do?
We have cocktail in hand.
Yeah.
Everything was said. I literally walked in the door and I was handed a small wheelie bin full of fruity juices from the Blind Tiger Cocktail Club.
That's the fruity juices one. That one is called Don't Forget Your Wheelie Bin.
Oh, it's actually delicious.
And this one's called a raspberry something or other.
Oh.
So
I like Don't Forget Your Wheelie Bin.
Do you like that, yeah?
Yeah.
They're both beautiful. I have the brew bin. I don't know what the elephant does. We've had the same joke last time we drank out of these things as well. So thanks very much to the Blind Tiger Cocktail Club for providing us with some fruit drinks again. Now,
top of the show, I think it's important. I'm
going to keep saying that the whole way through.
But it's really addictive. We've started saying it all the time. Now, tell you another thing we do.
Go on.
And I think you were doing it as well last night at the roast gig in the pub we can't mention.
It's a shithole.
Anyway,
shithole.
At the roast gig at the pub we can't mention, who shall not be named. You were doing something that we've been... I have to give credit now to Sean O'Reilly.
Okay.
He's seldom mentioned.
Yeah. Who?
But Sean O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Of the Boxley Band.
Right.
Sean O'Reilly, anyway, or Sean's as we like to call him.
Sean's Riley.
Himself and the brother. Right?
He himself and the brother.
The three of them.
That's like that film, the film with Jim Carrey. He himself and his brother.
And his brother came up with this marvellous little thing, right? Where you go, the way you be telling a story, and be going, I went down the town, so I did.
Yeah, so I did though, more so.
But you changed the thing at the end. Okay. I went down the town, so I am.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. See, that was a great gig, so he does. But once you get into it, it's fierce crack.
That's fierce crack, so I am. That's the stupidest.
Apparently, Sean's Riley and the brother and himself, when they were abroad in France one time with Johnny's Gallagher and the Boxy Band, they started doing that. And they knocked tremendous fun out of it for a number of days.
So we will.
Yeah.
That's fucking tremendous.
Say what you can do with that.
Why is that such good crack?
And you have to think about it, and you're nothing more vexed when you get it wrong.
Yeah.
So I am.
That's the worst and best game I've ever heard of in my entire life.
So that's the two things that kind of, in the last couple of months, has been haunting our house at home.
Have you noticed Kendy Harmony? Like, we've never coined it, like, but you know what Kendy Harmony is. Like,
what is a Kendy Harmony?
Kendy Harmony is very similar to that. So Kendy Harmony is like, let's take Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. As our example.
This is what made me think of this.
So it goes, thunder only happens when it's raining. So it does, yeah. Players only love you when they're playing. So they do, yeah. I said but women.
Yeah. Keep going, and
they will come and they will go.
So I am, yeah. See, that's right.
That's Kendy Harmony 2.0 is what they're messing with there, man. That's going to be a plug-in now on all the logics and all. Get your Kendy Harmony 2.0 where it does it automatically for you.
Yeah.
Wonderful start.
So fair play to Brendan anyway, our manager. He is back to form.
Yeah, he actually had cocktails here ready to go 087.
Yeah, it's very good.
For us drinking 2 nights.
I came in so fast I didn't even get a chance to take off my jumper.
Take off your trousers.
I like sometimes recording the nip.
I tell you what, he just booed in the door some days. And he knocks on the door, right, but his 2 hands are in his pockets. He just thud down the door, man. And I come out and he's still standing there with the hands in the pockets.
Anyway, what did we talk about on this episode 136?
Oh, Jesus, Ray. I mean, who even knows?
I have to get something straight out.
Oh, come on.
Because otherwise I'll forget it.
Right, okay, go on.
Have you seen, there's a new, speaking of Instagram trends.
Yeah.
See the new thing, people post a picture of their pet and someone plants a tree.
Yeah, like that is... And then I saw...
Have to credit Laura on this one now because she said this is ridiculous. Who is planting the trees?
Yeah, I saw a meme then of it's someone looking at a fella who's distraught, and then it just says, this is the fella that has to plant all the trees. He has to plant 500
Do you
million.
know where it came from?
No, who? Like, is it true?
I don't know.
Like...
Is this some scheme that a tree planting company come up with?
That is a ferocious amount of gallivantry, if that's not true.
Is Instagram now contracted to pay a tree planting
to plant
crowd?
the trees, like.
Oh, God.
Because everyone, like, it's very smart too, because everyone loves posting pictures of their pets, like.
Yeah, and there's some very tasteful ones going up.
Oh, yeah, some gorgeous little pet photos, Raymond.
Yeah, and some shite ones as well.
Shite pet photos too, but that's the same, that's the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a metaphor for the world. Like, there's a shite and good everywhere, and pets are no different, the same as babies. Yeah. And here's the thing. The same as babies, you have to lie to the owners and go, it's lovely.
But I don't know how they count it. Like our Instagram providing stats says like 36,000 pets were posted today.
Way more.
And then Paddy below and Karen too.
He starts digging.
He starts digging. Like he's there in the JCB.
Like if the whole world would be a forest again, like at the end of one day, like if we keep this fucking thing up, you know what I mean?
Great, wouldn't it?
Like I don't have any pets, so I couldn't post anything.
Right.
Did you post anything?
No, I don't have any pets either. As I said, we rent the dog every now and again, but other than that, I couldn't.
I was thinking about going out the back and just taking a picture of a bird, like.
Oh, there's a bird in Anderson's.
What?
I suppose this is great for the old... Anderson's Dementia Event Centre.
Oh, yeah, they're wonderful people in there, aren't they?
Yeah, they are wonderful people. We're upstairs in the nightclub where the live events happen, which we'll talk about now in a moment.
Shit.
Because we need to get into this.
Oh, yeah.
But I was in there today and there was a bird there.
Right. Yeah. And what was she like?
She was black with a brown head.
I'll go for it.
I'd walk her a very placid, easygoing bird.
Yeah, no, I'd go for it, man.
But I spent a solid... I was in taking down cables, right? As you do on your lunch break.
Yeah, no, well, that's like Ray's way of relaxing, is to wrap up some cables.
Wrap up some cables. Very therapeutic.
Yeah. He had a busy morning and he was vexed, right? Yeah. And he said, you know what, I just need to go and wrap some cables, you guys, okay? So he spent 3 hours wrapping cables. Go on anyway. Tell me about this lovely bird. But the bird anyway
was there and I was going, shite, there's a bird in here, it's going to die. I thought the bird had just come in.
So you walk into a room and there's a bird in there and you go, well, she's going to die now. Who are you, Tim Bundy or something, man?
But no, not that kind of way. I wasn't threatening.
Go on.
I was saying that if something isn't done about the bird, that the bird was going to die.
Well, that bird needs freedom. Like.
So I opened the door to the beer garden.
Birds need freedom. Take that. That's a Kendy quote right there. Birds need freedom. And I've said it all along, right?
I tried to hoosh the bird out the door, out to the smoking area.
Right.
I spent 15 solid minutes trying to herd a bird.
Herd the bird out.
Herd the bird out.
Herd the bird out.
Herd the bird. I was herding. I was doing all my best cattle phrases.
But there's a good high roof in that.
Hey, no, I was running around in circles. Bird was making an absolute
making a mockery because the bird obviously do you think when a bird gets inside is there panic? Does the bird then go, how did I end up in this? oh no, Mammy'll kill me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the bird didn't seem panicked. But all was revealed then. So after me 15 minutes where I just give up and I said, fuck you. So
fuck
you could just,
the bird,
fuck the bird. I'm not hurting anywhere.
Ray chased the bird for 15 minutes and then he gave up. He said, no.
But then... what happened was I went down. There's a young fella downstairs in Anderson's Dementia Event Centre.
Oh yeah,
right?
There's always a young fella downstairs in Anderson's Dementia Event Centre.
What is a Monday?
Of an any day.
Yeah,
because you don't know when someone needs something.
He's cleaning,
so they just stand there and they clean everything over and over again.
Very nice, obliging young fella. I says to the young fella, says the bird upstairs. You're going to have to do something about that because I haven't time.
You said put down that Cleano and get up there quick.
Yeah, and herd the bird.
Herd that bird away.
Yeah.
Right.
He says to me, that's the best trained wild bird he's ever met. I said, what do you mean? Right. That bird comes in every single day into the club.
For a pint?
Not for the... maybe, I don't know. He wouldn't know what... I don't understand why he does it.
So that bird comes in every day?
Every single day the bird comes into the club and then promptly leaves.
Right, it has a few small ones.
It's almost like the bird is working there.
Maybe the bird is cleaning upstairs. Is there... And I don't want to throw Anderson's under the metaphorical bus.
Right. Oh, actually, now that I realise it, I think this is probably not the best line of topic for... Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre.
Is there a nest?
What?
Is there a nest somewhere?
No,
in there?
Apparently the bird just comes in during the business hours and is gone by night time.
Has a bit of a chat, like, and tips goes away then.
The bird was definitely not there on Saturday night when the Guns N' Roses tribute band played.
Yeah, neither was I.
You were? You were, Mark. You were there. And I want to talk about how you reacted to it.
No, because like it's going to seem like I'm a wanker.
No, that train has sailed.
Ah, fucking hell.
So
okay.
Everything wrong there. So you came in because we did our show, by the way.
We did our show in the Hawksbill Theatre.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
There was definitely, like, I was looking out at the crowd. There could have been 500 there.
Yeah, there could have been,
but there wasn't though.
No, there wasn't. But it was a fine crowd.
It was a good crowd.
There was people there, and I heard claps.
Yeah, there was people clapping in the whole lot.
Yeah,
laughing.
Yeah.
I walked out with a mask on, Raymond, in the middle of a scene that wasn't supposed to have a mask on me. Did I tell you that one?
No, you didn't.
Myself and Brendan Tierney were playing two Sligo townies telling old stories about old real characters in Sligo.
For everybody at home, no two men are more or less qualified for a role.
I said that to a guy that I work with, right? And he said, what? Two roasters?
Yeah.
He said two roasters playing two townies.
Yeah.
He was actually like livid. Like,
yeah, no, a lot of the town were.
Super insulted. Super insulted. But anyway, I walked out on night 2, right? With a mask on and one of those what Tommy Turner calls the hip-hop mics.
Oh, yeah, you can't even see it.
I didn't realise, Raymond, no one could hear me at all.
Oh.
Brendan was like, what are all these crowd doing here? And then all you hear from me is... I didn't even know the mask was on my face.
Oh, you forgot about it.
We've become too accustomed to masks.
Yeah, you did.
And Brendan had to improvise and say, "Take off that mask, can't hear you, boy."
Oh, he ad-libbed.
He ad-libbed, and it was genius. He ad-libbed so much, Ray. He got a standing ovation. There was women crying and throwing petals at him.
Petals.
You know petals from a flower?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So, what were you saying anyway?
Anyway, looking after the show, you landed up to Nanderson's.
Yeah.
Tremendous Event Centre, see the Guns N' Roses tribute band.
Well, I tipped into another establishment first.
Where'd you go first?
Well, are we allowed to say other places?
No.
No, we're not. I went to Midlands.
All right. Well, is there a point to that story?
No, I went to Midlands, had a few scoopings.
Yeah, fine.
Because it's only around the corner from the
Yeah, but there's no crack.
Theatre.
Was there any crack in the Glens? There wasn't. Come on now. Let's get up to you. You standing beside me on the side of a dance floor in a nightclub with no bird.
Yeah.
Right? The bird had left.
The bird had left.
And there you were. And what did you say about the band? Could you describe them first of all?
No, because it's fucking insulting, right?
It's not insulting.
They were brilliant, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Now you're making your bed now. First of all, can you describe them?
Okay.
Did they or did they not look like Guns N' Roses?
I think they thought they did, probably.
Yeah. They had dressed up.
No.
There was wigs.
No.
Bandanas.
Let me defend myself.
Sure.
They are a tribute band,
yes.
right? And they're not they weren't my problem.
Right.
And it's my problem. It's not anyone else's. Nothing wrong with
that's
it.
what I want to talk about. Your problem.
It's what made me uncomfortable.
Right. What made you uncomfortable?
I didn't realise in the year and a half that we've been off because of the COVID how odd I find the situation that was unfolding in Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre on Saturday night. Yeah. People love tribute acts.
Yes.
And they should. This was a Guns N' Roses tribute act. And we've seen loads of them. We've seen the Queen ones, all of them. And they were playing Savage music.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses music.
They dressed like Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
This is what made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They were dressed like Guns N' Roses and acting like Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
And then the crowd of heavy metalers and rockers were then acting like they were Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
And that made me awful uncomfortable.
Deeply uncomfortable.
I couldn't be dealing with this.
You sat there with your arms folded going, I'm deeply uncomfortable with this situation.
It's like watching WWE wrestling, where you bypass the fact that it's fake and you get involved in it. Like,
okay.
And then, so I feel like you get to an age then where you go, well, wrestling's fake. Like, obviously I can't be watching this thing anymore.
Yeah.
I couldn't be dealing with the fact that there was a band pretending to be Guns N' Roses. And then everyone was. And here's the difference. No, that's insulting. You know, if it's a Queen band.
Yes.
Where Freddie Mercury is very evidently an extravagant guy.
Yes.
And if you've seen someone playing Freddie Mercury, there's almost, that breaks the barrier. And you go, that's fair crack now, your man being Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious that's fair crack. But when it's a heavy metal serious rock band like Guns N' Roses, and then the boys are pretending
to be them.
That's uncomfortable, man.
Yeah.
Just for me.
Just
Obviously,
for you.
Everybody loved it.
But now, in fairness, one of the lads in the band turned around to me as he sauntered on with his wig and his slash hat, and he says to me, Jesus, I know we look daft, but isn't it all part of the crack?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So he's
I think they're
right.
on board with it as well.
Yeah,
like.
he shouldn't be listening to me, obviously.
No, you're the one
and
with
like
the problem.
I said, the problem isn't them, I don't think. I just found it weird that all the rockers were like,
Oh, no,
class.
they were enjoying because they'd enjoy the old
But
Guns
they're
N'
right.
Roses.
This comes back to an argument we've had 100 times before. It's awful hard to find that enjoyable anymore. Like,
Yeah.
and those people love that.
No,
so
I will say,
who am I? Like,
I'm not a Guns N' Roses fan.
no,
Well,
I'm
they
not
have
a
about
huge.
4 good songs. They have as many. I said this to you on the night.
Yeah.
They have about as many good songs as the Venga Boys.
Yeah, they've had as many hits.
The rest of the set, you'd want to be a fan.
Yeah, like
Do you know?
I found that as well because obviously they were building up.
Yeah.
Like you don't go to a Kings of Leon gig like and not expect them to say Sex on Fire last. So they were obviously building up to the big ones.
Yeah.
So they were playing a lot of B-side stuff, man.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know one of them, but obviously the crowd did. There was people there that were like, I can't believe they're playing Appetite for a fucking Destruction's B-side called fucking Purple Heaven. And I'm like, what?
There were also some people that were quite confused and kept shouting out, "You've not playing out Tin Lizzy." You man come off the stage. I was going, they kept asking me for Tin Lizzy. We're a Guns N' Roses tribute band. We don't do Tin Lizzy.
Did you ever hear the story of when Guerrilla Radio? Because Guerrilla Radio was a Rage Against the Machine album.
Ireland's top number 1 wedding band.
Yeah, well, one of them.
Oh no, they were still number 1.
Oh, they're number 1 even after COVID and all that.
Yeah.
Fair play to them holding the top spot. That's tremendous news.
Go on anyway.
They went to a gig one time in Tipperary and everyone thought that they were a Rage Against the Machine tribute band and they landed out on the stage to about 50 rockers and heavy metalers and they had to go. We were going to start with Walking on Sunshine, but I guess we'll try and rock it up a bit. Like, I don't know. The band I was in was called Hot Fuss, and everyone thought we were Killers Tribute.
Oh yeah, I never thought of that.
No, we did Miss the Bright Side.
Yeah.
Still started with Walking on Sunshine, right? The same as any other band. Like.
That's true. That's very true.
But I don't want it to be like I'm insulting them. But I left after 10 minutes.
Yeah, you did.
Partly, I think you're to blame for that, though.
Why?
If I can come back at you now as well.
Oh, okay.
My little delicate ears, Ray.
No.
My little delicate ears aren't ready for that level yet.
I'm getting a reputation in that place for being the loudest place in Ireland. Possibly the loudest place in Europe. Yeah. Well, that's what you get when you get all them speakers pointing in the one direction.
Stop making me laugh because I still have a bad chest, man. Oh, fuck.
I have a bad chest now as well.
We all have the gammy chest. Tabby, right? None of us have COVID, by the way. We all got tested. But last week, I gave Tabby the dose, right? And he said he created so much phlegm that he could have cemented a nunnery.
Why a nunnery?
Because it's a big building, big brick building.
Sorry, I'm just trying to visualise a nunnery.
He could have...
Obviously, it's just like a convent.
A convent?
What's the difference between a convent and a nunnery?
I just thought, is that a joke? You can't nun your convent, sir. You can have none of your convent, but you convent your nunning. Fuck me.
Yeah, that's a nice one, yeah. No, Tabby always does come up with the big stuff, right? Like that.
Anyway, so we're still half dose, so don't make me laugh too much, man. I'm not able for it in the moor.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Anyway, so that's my quarrel with you now.
Yeah.
Is that my little ears aren't ready for that level of volume anymore at all.
But they're a loud band.
Loud band, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I hope that no one's insulted that I walked in and I said, I'm just...
You're allowed to not like things.
Yeah, but it's not that I didn't like them. They were obviously brilliant. Like.
Are you afraid of clowns?
What the fuck?
Are you afraid of clowns?
No.
Like, would clowns freak out? I know a lot of people are afraid of clowns.
No, I wouldn't be afraid of clowns now at all. I don't know if I've ever told you that. It's awful hard when you've done like 130 plus episodes or something, whether you've told someone a story.
Oh, don't worry, I'll tell you if you told. You've already recounted one already.
Did
that
I?
whole thing at the start about your mother. Now, you must have told that about 6 times.
Oh, lovely. Okay. I love when Ray lets me know as well how much of a bastard I am. So, did I ever tell you about the dream I used to have when I was a kid? Did I tell you that story? No?
It's not ringing any bells.
No, so you just asked me there, am I afraid of clowns? Like, I wasn't afraid of clowns, but I used to be afraid of Zig and Zag. Did I tell you that?
Oh, it's ringing a bell. But go on anyway.
Yeah, so...
If I don't remember it, surely someone else does.
No one else won't, yeah.
Although this Shauna McNeilis one that went through all the... Met her on Saturday night.
Shauna McNeilis, man.
Through all the episodes backwards. She's on episode 3 now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, how would you do that?
I don't know. She might remember.
But she won't hear this one now until...
No, she'd be hearing it this week.
Yeah, but then, and the big thing people keep saying to us is, what are we going to do now that we can't binge anymore?
Yeah.
And I think that drops listeners, you know.
I think so
is the
too.
fact that they only have to wait a week for an episode.
Yeah.
I think we should be doing one every day. Huh?
5 a week.
We should be doing 5 a week.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Zig and Zag. Go on, tell me.
I used to be afraid of Zig and Zag when I was a child, and I kept having this reoccurring dream that they were standing outside the front window of my house with Ray's Darcy. Wasn't it Ray's Darcy that used to be with them?
Ian Dempsey originally, then Ray Darcy.
Oh, I can't remember which one it was then, so at the time.
Yeah.
But
it's probably Ray Darcy knowing
they had this weird Jack in the Box that was a mind control machine, right?
Oh, you have told me this before. Keep going.
And then while I'd be like, oh my God, they're outside the window. I try and wake up me dad.
Right.
And he'd be asleep, but he'd be smiling, pretending to be asleep.
Oh,
nearly.
this was in the dream. This wasn't real.
Yeah, no.
I just imagine him lying in the bed there with Geraldine, smiling, grinning,
No, but
ear to ear.
So he'd be sitting down like that, having a sleep, but he'd be smiling, going like, I know they're out there, but they're going to get you. And then I'd run to every room in the house, and they'd be outside the window of every room.
And you had this reoccurring.
Reoccurring isn't the word, Ray. Like, I had this every
regularly.
week. Like, yeah. Like, I wouldn't remember it otherwise. Like, this was something that kept happening to me.
Jeez.
And scary. I get chronic nightmares now even.
About?
What? No, it could be anything. And sometimes they're not even nightmares. They're just really intense, like, dreams. And where, like, I'll be half awake and I'll shout at Nicola to wake me up. Or I might start, like, shouting.
What was the last
moaning.
one you remember?
Oh, fuck, man. There's some weird ones. There was one before. This one cut deep now.
Okay.
There was one before where this is always about people laughing at me as well. I don't know. I must have a fucking bad self-esteem. Yeah. There was one before where I had been stabbed or shot and tied to a radiator.
Stabbed and tied to a radiator.
Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing.
You just went...
Sorry, it's a bad cough in me. Donkey's chest. Go on. Were you tied to the radiator after you were stabbed?
I'm getting emotional now. Yeah, I think I might have been stabbed and tied to a radiator and by someone.
She double or single radiator?
And Nicola came into the room. What? Will you stop? It was a double rad, I think.
Yeah. No,
yeah. Twice the heat.
Twice the heat.
I'm getting emotional now, man. You're ruining this now because this hurts deep. Nicola came into the room, then it was in the bedroom. Like, I was tied to the bedroom radiator.
Right.
Actually, so it's a single rad. I do apologise for that.
I was thinking it was a single rad. You don't be getting the double ones unless you're in the fancy houses.
Yeah, and even some of the old school houses only have double rads, like, but should they be pumping oil? Besides the point. So, I would be tied to the rad.
Yeah.
Right? And Nicola came in cleaning up our clothes around the room and saw me and ignored me. She was like, don't worry about it, it's grand.
Right. And
then I was screaming at her, then waking up. To go,
that's
Nicola,
really
please,
weird.
Please.
Like the difference between your dreams and my dreams. Last night I met Celine Dion. And when I say I met her, I was going up a staircase and she happened to be standing at the butt of the staircase. And I says, how are you, Celine? She says, how are you, Ray? And off I went up the stairs.
I wish I could have those kind of fucking dreams.
And that's all I remember from that dream.
No way.
Yeah, and she was wearing a nice blue ball gown.
Like, I don't have those kind of things. Like, I can't pinpoint one dream in my life where I've gone, oh my God, I'd love to if that was real.
Yeah.
There's no pink elephants in my dream, like.
No.
There's no rainbows.
No.
There's no cotton candy waterfalls.
Yeah.
There's just people laughing at me when I'm stabbed or tied up or something.
Stabbing you first, then tying you to a double barrel radiator.
Yeah, no, it was a single rad. But let's get this right now if we're going to start talking about it. Yeah. But I'd have weird ones like that as well. Do you have the dream as well where you can't run fast?
No.
Wait. You don't have that?
No. What do you mean they can't run fast?
I thought everybody...
That's my life. That's not a dream. That's reality. That's why my father's so not proud of me.
I really hope someone else has this because that's kind of freaky that you don't.
No, yeah.
You're trying to run away from someone in your nightmare.
Yeah.
But your legs are like cinder blocks. You don't have that.
Took me a second there to think what a cinder block was.
Yeah, like...
I have you now.
Cement, like.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't get that, no?
No.
And like...
Telling you, I meet Celine Dion.
It's
but
right
like in a real nonchalant way.
Fucking hell, man. If I met Celine Dion in my dream, she'd be tying me to a radiator.
Yeah.
Or pushing me down a hill or fucking...
You wouldn't mind her stabbing you and tying you to a radiator, no?
Well, I mean, there needs to be a bit of excitement in that one, like, at least. Like, I don't know who the perpetrators were in the last one. They're still looking for them.
Yeah.
I have police in my head when I fall asleep. And they're still
taking your statement from the last one.
Yeah. And they're still looking for the perpetrators of the radiator attack. Now, they're no further down the line, but they think it might have been a talking hedgehog. But they don't know yet, though.
That's good.
It was either a talking hedgehog or a flamingo with wings, and we don't know fully.
You don't know fully, right?
No, so we'll get there. I'll let you know tomorrow when I wake up again.
This episode is taking a nice little turn.
But like, what do you think a psychologist would say
about that sort of stuff?
Yeah, like even
I think you're working too hard.
No, because
I think that's what it is. You're burnt out.
Can't be that I'm stressed because I've had these for years and years.
I don't know.
I think it's a self-esteem thing.
Do you think
I'm self-evaluating myself here, but all of my bad dreams involve someone not being able to save me and kind of laughing at me, or I think it's the world telling me, Kendy, you're way too cocky for your own good now, and we need to laugh at you when you're sleeping at night time.
So your subconscious pulls you back a step.
Yeah, my subconscious goes, you ain't the shit, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you want, we can do that more in real life.
No, I get it enough. I get it enough when I'm sleeping. Right? I don't get a moment's peace. You know what I mean?
No, we'll leave you alone.
I think we need to get me on some kind of tablet.
Tablet.
Like if I went to a psychiatrist now and not a psychologist, because a psychiatrist.
What's the difference between the two of them?
I think, and again, every week I have a fact. A psychiatrist can prescribe you medication.
Okay.
A psychologist can't.
Can't.
Now, someone's going to say, what are you on about, Kendy? Nothing to do with it, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So if I went to a psychiatrist, I just got some tablets that would sort me out, level me out. But imagine being on the podcast every week, pure monotone.
Pure monotone, yeah.
Where you're like, how was your week, Kendy? And I'm like, yeah.
Well, speaking of tablets,
Yeah.
I'm getting worried now, but I'm getting worried about my tablet intake.
What has you worried about your tablet intake, Ray?
No, we'll be doing that. Just in the morning, just because I have the bad old cold and the head cold and the chest infection and all the rest.
What are you taking?
Taking the old Benylin.
Sudocreme?
No. What?
Sudafed.
Sudocreme.
Are you
Do you
taking-
have Sudocreme, by the way, in the house?
Man, what was Sudocreme used for when you were a child?
Your arse.
Butt cheeks.
Yeah.
It was the only thing ever, and it was white, like.
Yeah, what does that
The
mean?
fuck, man?
Why does that make a
I
difference?
mean, white and brown.
Oh,
Not racially, but they don't go together. You know what I mean?
No, that's a bad image.
So come here
bad
now.
image.
We were only little babies. You get the old rash. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm on the Benylin at the moment, not
Right.
Sudocreme.
Yeah.
Benylin night and day, great stuff.
And
Take like 4 tablets a day.
what's the difference like?
What?
What's the difference?
How do you mean?
I was hoping you'd say it's night and day.
Sorry, I just missed that completely.
I'm not fucking talking to you anymore.
No. Oh, that's very funny. So I take 4 of them, and then I have my vitamins.
Are they non-drowsy?
Or the non-drowsy. Except for the nighttime tablet, which I took only about a few minutes ago.
Codeine one.
The one that just puts you to bed.
So, if you want about the package that is the 3 orange ones and 1 blue one.
Yes.
And one of them is dreamy, sleepy, nicey, snoozy, snooze.
Yeah,
It's loaded up with codeine or something, man.
I took one of them 20 minutes ago.
And you take it, and I'm drooling on Nicola's neck.
They're great.
You took a codeine one.
I took a codeine
You're going to
one.
pass out here now.
Some point, about half an hour in, I'm going to lose all the
No,
energy.
it's super strong, that shit, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, you be fucking like
Yeah.
that, slobbered all over the mic.
It's almighty though, because when you buy these Benylin night and day jobs, you'll buy them and there'll be like 12 the day ones.
Yeah.
And 4 of the blue ones for the 1990 snoozy.
So you take the 12-day ones.
So I have loads of these packets of tablets lying around the house.
Yeah.
And all 4 of the 1990 snoozy ones are gone.
Oh yeah, because they're the best
They're
ones.
the best
though.
ones.
They absolutely are the best ones. The other ones just give you like vitamins or something during the day.
Yeah,
But
it's just caffeine.
do you take the vitamins?
I take vitamins, so this is my problem. I take the 4 Benylins, right?
Okay.
I have the little Nexium for the stomach.
Yeah.
Right? And then I have
Jesus.
the 2. I had the vitamin D one.
And vitamin B12.
And a vitamin and an iron and a magnesium one.
Right.
Iron, as I say here in Sligo.
Iron, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you take vitamin? Apparently, vitamin B. I don't take any multivitamin or nothing like that. You know that,
Right.
I just live as it comes, man.
Yeah, and you're tied to a radiator. in your sleep. But tot it up
I
there.
am the picture of health rate.
I'm taking 7 tablets a day.
Jesus,
That's
Ray.
a lot.
You're going to have to get one of those.
Little organizer.
Yeah, the organisers.
And Laura will have to put it out for me
Yeah.
for the 7 days. And
No.
Raymond, did you take your tablets?
On a Tuesday now, I do take 2 of the codeine ones, and that one makes me mouth awful dry.
You know, you eventually get to an age, right, where your sole purpose in life, right?
Yeah.
You get to an age where all of your life becomes a game of ringing your doctor to change prescriptions ever so slightly.
You just tweak it.
We haven't got to that yet, but
No.
anyone old I know, and me parents included, not old or whatever, but it's always, I'll ring Mum, well, how's Dad like? Not too bad, the doctor changed one of his tablets.
And there's been an awful difference.
Yeah, there's been an awful
Yeah.
difference. But then, like, any side effects on that? Well, he shit in the front garden. But, yeah. So, he reckons he's going to change his stomach tablet next now.
Yeah.
And he'll change his stomach tablet. He's doing great. He's blind. But he's doing great now in the new states. It's all a fine balance, like, as to what's going to happen, you know?
I would consider myself relatively healthy.
Yeah, for
And
now.
I just, but I mean, what happens when I start having to take tablets for things?
Well, the thing is, I would consider myself relatively healthy, and you're coughing all over the room.
No, coronavirus.
Like, I'm the same as well. Like, I don't take, like it's once a year kind of thing. I take a Panadol. I'm still letting Rennies into me. But
But they're a waste of money and time.
No, I know, and I'm not on them as much as I used to be at all.
Good.
I promise, man.
Yeah,
I can get off them anytime. I bought a bottle of Nexium.
Oh, yeah.
Or a box of
bottle,
a box of
yeah.
Nexium. I took one out of it and I haven't had to take them since.
Great.
Which makes it worried that you're on them every day. Like,
Oh yeah, but I have to because I have a bad sphincter muscle in my stomach.
well, what's that? An open and closing
It's
job?
an open and closing job. It's at the top of your stomach, at the bottom of your esophagus.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps all the acid in a normal
Yeah.
person's, keeps it down. My one doesn't close.
My one
Oh.
closes, but also my stomach acts like a volcano then and splutters it all back up. I saw what's it called, a sphincter muscle.
Yeah.
I had a look at my sphincter muscle before, and no, I didn't roll my eyes back into my head.
Right.
I got that camera thing, or whatever.
Yeah, you remember
it
this,
looked
yeah.
like,
And you were real kind of a...
it looked like a leaky Japanese flag. It looked like you put the Japanese flag, you left it out in the rain too long. And what I mean by that is the center of it was red, red, red.
Yeah.
And then it was pink on the other side. So the
Okay.
red, it was like the red had filtered out into the white.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, for sure.
It's amazing people listen to us. Do you know, just the way we went down that little rabbit hole there now.
I couldn't agree any more with anything ever.
Christ on the bike.
But that's what my esophagus does. So my esophagus, Ray, my oesophagus, right? Josie Fagan, is like...
My oesophagus.
My oesophagus
Yeah.
is like Mount Vesuvius.
Very good.
Yeah,
Big-
it just be spluttering, man, and you don't know when it's going to explode.
Yeah.
And it explodes then when I drink 8 Guinness.
Oh yeah, no, that's right.
Does the Guinness cut you wide open as well?
Yeah, I can't. I
Oh
can't.
man, it'll break you up.
Yeah.
But what'll medicine be like when we get older anyway? Maybe we won't be taking... Maybe they'll give us one needle that is all of them
Yeah.
combined.
That'd
and then
be
that's
nice.
the end of it. And then we live till we're 140.
Imagine if in our lifetime they actually kind of did extend our life out.
Well, your life is extending every day.
On
The life expectancy of people
Yeah.
is gone up by about 20 years. Like,
right.
since, like, I don't know, maybe the 50s or 60s.
Because every now and again I get a little jump thinking I'd be lucky to get to my 70s and that'll be it then.
Well, I think I'll be dead by 50. Like,
Oh.
but people are living way, way, way longer now.
What'll it be at?
Well, what will you be at, man?
Buy a camper van.
Oh, at that age.
Yeah.
Big old wrinkly old balls down by the fucking beach. Big old wrinkly old hairy old balls, man. I get down by the beach in a camper van.
I was wondering how you related that to the camper van.
Actually, that's exactly what they do anyway.
What?
The amount of owl ones that have camper vans, that's what they do.
You buy a camper van, you tear it off.
Oh, I keep thinking about the wrinkly old hairy old balls, man.
What? Where are these wrinkly old, hairy old balls? that you
Because
talk
they
about?
go down to Ross's Point Beach in the
Yeah.
camper van
Yeah.
and they hop out in a pair of Speedos. Your man's 84.
Yes, and what's wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying. Big
Fair
old
play
wrinkly
to
old
him.
hairy old balls. One of them will fall out the side,
How many
man.
of these have you seen?
I've seen
you
loads
seen
more man
enough?
buns. I've seen enough to know, Ray. Right?
Yeah.
I've seen enough to know. I don't know. Do you worry about getting older?
I have moments, and I probably, again, we talk about the same stuff all the time.
Did we talk about this before, no?
I probably did.
Oh, go on anyway.
Yeah. But you carry on, yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, I do have little moments where you just kind of go, Jesus, it'd freak you out, the thoughts of when it happens,
Yeah.
when you're about to go.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Is that the scariest part? Is that you're afraid that you'll be very cognitive in the moments before you go away?
Yeah.
I think about that a lot as well.
Do you?
I don't think I'm scared of death, but like I am scared of that little moment.
I'm absolutely terrified of death.
Let me think. Well, first of all, if my mind goes, Ray, just put me down, like,
Yeah.
right? If
Taxidermy,
my mind
yeah.
goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Taxidermy, put me in the corner,
Yeah.
fill me up with a little button you can press on the way by where I go, well, up, how are you, right?
Yeah.
So,
A little string that you can
little
pull.
string you pull and he goes, up, how are you keeping? Fair play to me. Because I don't want to lose my mind. I'm very afraid of losing my mind.
Right. You don't think you've... Right, no, moving on there. Yeah.
No, but I think what I'm trying to say is I'd like to die in a horrific accident.
Okay.
I don't want to be completely awake the moments before I go.
Right.
I'll go like that. I'll end up crying.
Yeah.
I don't want to go when my mind is gone and I'm shitting in the corner of a room and telling everyone I'm a dentist.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mark thinks he's a dentist.
I
today.
took. I used to fill everyone. I did John F. Kennedy's teeth.
You know what I mean? Don't let me get
Where
like
did
that,
you
man.
get that inspiration from? Did you see someone that had dementia or something along the line? What is it dementia that you lose the mind?
Dementia is what I don't want to get like.
Yeah.
And
It's
like
an awful illness,
it's
in
so
fairness.
prevalent. Like
Yeah.
it's, you know what I mean? That's the scariest. That's
You
the
lose
scariest
you
one.
before you lose you.
Yeah.
We lose you.
And your loved ones lose you and have to then continue on. Like it's very hard. It's not as hard on you. If you get dementia, you don't know. Like you're just tipping along lovely. You might get confused or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's the hardest on the people then that have to carry on like you're the same person you always were.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part about dementia.
You don't want that.
I really don't want. I wouldn't put the burden on you.
Right.
It's not right. That I love the way I'm presuming you'll be minding me. Like
Yeah, no, I think
Ray will have to mind me like.
And when I say me, it's mostly probably me, Laura, and Nicola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you, if it came down to it, man, if you'd clean me every day, you'd wash,
Well,
change
then
me
I'd be
nappy.
moving to the soda cream. Whipping the soda cream out.
Oh, it's a morbid top, but philosophical also at the same time. You know
I
what
know.
I mean?
I Jesus. I hope I have the fortitude to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you know, if you had to commit to about 10 or 15 years of minding someone?
Oh, yeah, but people do it though.
Like I do it for me, family and stuff, but you now, that's a stretch.
The phrase is,
That's a stretch.
look, like I would certainly, if I had the capacity, Raymond, I would certainly hire someone to do it for me. Like,
Yeah.
if I had to mind you for the rest of my life, I would definitely bring in a carer for you, 100%.
Thank you very much.
No,
Yeah.
I would, like,
Yeah.
and I'd commit to paying for it. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go near, I wouldn't do it myself.
You would do it yourself.
No, not at all.
Isn't it mad nursing homes these days?
But
You like-
those people are unbelievable.
What?
The people that work in nursing homes, like,
That wasn't the way I was going.
Oh, sorry,
we'll
but
stick
they
with
are-
that because that's probably more politically correct.
like
No, it's,
you're what kind of shower bastards.
no, the people that work in nursing homes are marvellous.
Hmm.
It's serious patience. Aye, on two fronts.
Now,
That's some good.
now, I knew there was a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah. No, they're very good patients. It's the reaction of the elderly people to go into the nursing home. And you totally understand.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
I'm not going to a nursing home.
Well, I tried to put my parents into a nursing home 20 years ago.
You
I
did a
just
Peter
thought,
Kay job.
I thought they were of age. Like,
Right. Remember, you see that Peter Kay?
Mama's about
clip?
42. I said, you know what? You've had your time.
She's there at Hoover in the living room.
Oh,
going,
yeah,
right,
the
pack
old
your
dad.
bag. Yeah.
The old dad.
Yeah.
What was that for? John Smith or something?
Yeah,
or-
John Smith, yeah.
Oh, that was unbelievable.
Pack your bag, man. We're bringing it to the nursing home. What? Well, I'm fine.
He says something like, your mustache is scaring the kids. Ah, fuck me.
So, yeah. I wouldn't imagine if you did put them in.
What do you mean?
Your parents.
No, but I wouldn't though.
Right.
They can stay wherever they want
Yeah.
for as long as they want. Didn't they? Like, I must have tortured them when I was a child.
Yeah.
You know
Do
what
you
I mean?
feel that it's payback?
Yeah, it is payback.
As in, they minded you,
The
and
world
then you
is
to
one
mind
big
them.
vicious circle. Like, 1 minute they're cleaning your arse, and then
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
goes round and round, Ray. That's how the world is just a continuation of people wiping each other's arses.
Right.
That's all the world is.
Do you know what? And I mean, it's totally different. Do you hear the Chinese are disappearing? Hear this?
What you want?
I seen this today.
I have a neighbour 2 doors down, man. I saw him today.
No, the Chinese are disappearing as a people.
Okay.
And I hope now we don't have any Chinese listeners. And if we do, I'm sorry for scaring you. But
Yeah.
apparently the Chinese are on the way out.
Don't worry, there isn't something wrong. We're just going to...
2050, there'll only be half of them around.
Why are you saying that?
Well, for starters, I think there's billions of them for starters at the minute, right?
Yeah, but how are we going to lose billions?
Because
of
they
them?
had a problem back in the day.
Yeah.
About 50 years ago, they had an awful problem.
Yeah,
where there
too many buys.
was rabbits, basically, is what was happening.
Oh, I thought there was actually too many rabbits.
No, so they brought in this one child.
One child.
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
And they kept that going for too long.
Yeah. And now they don't have anyone.
Now they've one of the most aging populations in the world. And they've basically stunted the whole thing. And they just don't. And I think they've also overcounted their population. On the census, I think they were out by about 100 million people.
Jesus, who was going around doing that? Like?
And the 100 million were the ones that thought were all the young ones that was going to keep the place ticking over.
Oh, feck, Ray. So they're going to be half gone.
Half gone, I think by 20.
Thank God, Ray.
20. Why? What's wrong with the Chinese? They're lovely.
They're taking over.
Where would you get the 3 in 1s? Where'd you get a 3 in 1? Imagine
Look.
tipping around in 2100. I remember when you used to get a 3 in 1 in this town.
I mean,
gone.
I love a sweet and sour chicken as much as the next fella, but I could do without it too, like, if it was for the betterment of ourselves. Does Ireland's birth rate go up or down?
That was another thing as well. And this is how you got very educated on the TikTok.
Go on.
Apparently, Ireland has given the most to the world.
Of what, like? Michael Flatley.
Just in general.
Michael Flatley alone is
Per,
plenty.
per head of capita, apparently we have done the most for the world. So between people,
Building America.
Irish people building and inventing things, and the money we do give to the charity,
Go away.
and the people doing the work on the bridges, and
People doing the work at the bottom of the
and
town there in the
crack
Bundoran
and,
Road.
and the Guinness, basically everything.
Yeah. So we've given the most per capita to
Yeah,
everyone.
they did a study.
So can we relax then?
Well, your man said, "Look at that."
Can I stop getting hassled in the street then? So
What do you
by
mean?
a fella who's like, "Come here, do you want to sign up for concern?" No, thanks, man. Oh, you don't believe in saving
That's-
kids then, do you not?
That's probably why we're so high up.
Yeah, because we're too awkward to be saying no to anyone. I was given £15 to concern for years. It was absolutely financially crippling me.
You're not able to say no to nothing.
It was financially crippling me, Ray. Because they have a way out of everything. You're like, sorry, I don't have a bank account. Don't worry, I can set one up here on my iPad. Fuck. And you're like, but I wouldn't have any money to give. Yeah, but the first 6 months is free, man. You don't want 6. Oh, fuck.
First 6 months is free. Imagine doing that.
They don't give you. They don't give them
You get
anything.
a free concern subscription. First 6 months free.
The one thing I will say about those people is don't ever forget they get paid. Go on.
I have a story.
Go on.
My good father, ML.
Oh,
he lovely.
Lovely.
He brought this up at the table the last day. He was trying to give money to concern.
Right.
And then the online payment thing.
Yeah.
There must have been an error.
Right.
Just well, feck them anyway.
They can't have it then, so.
I'm not giving it to them
No,
now.
if they don't want it.
They had their chance.
No, I've had it now. I was going to give him 50 a month. I was about to pledge. They call it a pledge, Ray.
Yeah, isn't it mad? There's a window cleaner called that too. You know, so I go off tangent. Maybe it's the codeine kicking in.
I think the codeine is kicking in rightly, Ray.
Rightly.
And probably a good time as well because it is 9:10. I'm gigging in 20 goddamn minutes.
You're doing the open mic in a place we can't mention.
No, it says shit box.
Pub, yeah.
Shit box of a
Do
spot.
you like doing open mic gigs?
I don't know if it's open mic. I think it's just the crack.
No, it's open mic.
Shit, I better bring a second mic so I don't get the COVID.
Oh, no, well, it's not. Well, yeah, if people can get up and sing and, you know.
Oh, lovely, okay.
Yeah.
Come here. I know we're not supposed to mention in other places.
Don't mention it.
No, I have to, Rick, 'cause it's a friend of mine. If Brian O'Sullivan wants to come in here and kick me in the teeth, right, he can, right? But there's a friend of ours who just set up a brand new cafe called Blend, right, on O'Connell Street.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit about how many millions Brian has given us. What is it, $250,000 he gave us last year?
Yeah.
He gave us $250,000 last year. I'm going to risk it all now by saying the best of luck to Laura Quinn in Blend. Right, I'm saying today, it was I love
Did you
it.
win?
So, I went in, it's class.
Is it?
Right?
It's
not
where
as
Cafe
good.
Fleur
No,
used to
let's
be.
save ourselves. It's not as good as Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre or Blind Tiger.
And you can't buy cocktails.
And you can't buy cocktails in, so why bother? It's Ray. Go into Blend on O'Connell Street where Cafe Fleur used to be if you're in Sligo.
After you got a coffee in the Blind Tiger.
After you've got a coffee in the Blind Tiger, then get another one and you'll be lifted out of it on caffeine.
You will be lifted. Lifted.
You shouted out your one that I want to shout out earlier on.
And
Shauna.
I have other shout outs as well.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Go on, hit them.
Real quick one. This Eamon Crudden fella, we talked about him before.
Eamon's Crudden, yeah.
Yeah, he said thanks for the shout out. He said to clarify the bad panda. Remember this Jamie the bad panda?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So you asked me at the time to find out why he's called the bad panda.
Yeah, I need to know.
So, so the bad panda is one of the lads that works with me. His name's Jamie Carr.
Oh, yeah.
He says, we were pulling cable at work one day and one of the lads says, you would need a tractor to pull that. And Jamie apparently piped up to say, well, you don't have a tractor, but you have a car. I think because his name is Jamie Carr.
Right.
And then he was as useful as a Fiat Panda. So we called him the bad panda after that. His name's Jamie Carr. So it says a shite car.
Also,
it's a bad panda.
If his name is Jamie Carr, like there must be something in that anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, then Jamie came back then.
Well, Jamie was onto us.
I'm the panda fella Eamon Crudden keeps texting you about. I just have 2 points I'd like to, if you could shout out to Shane Toenails O'Shaughnessy.
What?
Shane Toenails O'Shaughnessy.
I mean, okay. So we obviously have to find that out now.
Toenails O'Shaughnessy. Could you both know? I doesn't actually tell. He doesn't actually.
So we have
say.
to find out why he's going to get onto us now and say, "Well, I'm Toenails," just to let you know.
Pay it forward there now. So Shane, shout out to you now. Now we know why the bad panda is called the bad panda.
I mean, there's something to learn. Like, we're on the edge of our seats now to find out why the hell your man is called Toenails O'Shaughnessy.
What a name.
The hell does that mean? Like,
yeah.
Mother of God.
Did you have a shout out? No.
No, that was it. I was going to shout out Owl Shauna. So fair play to her, lovey.
Not Owl Shauna.
Owl Shauna, young
Good
Shauna.
appreciate that.
Young Shauna.
Yeah.
Right. That was about it. Ray, I'm going to go play some tunes, man.
Right. Have you no other news from the week?
No, I think that's about it, Raymond. If I'm being honest with you.
Do I have any news? I think I wrote something down. Do you know the way I do write things down?
Yeah, you do at 9:15. Yeah.
Sorry, now I know I'm kind of shit. Oh no, it was a shout out bad panda.
For Jesus' sake, you're keeping me here for this.
Sorry now, sorry.
Lads.
I'll have loads of news, by the way, next week.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait for that.
Do you want
next
to know
week.
why?
Go on.
Because I'm finally going to London.
Oh, are you going to see some musicals?
Myself and herself are tipping over to London, baby.
Well, you better come back with a big old sexy heap of news for me then,
I'll have
Ray.
loads of news. I'll have a full report on what the British are doing.
I love when you and Laura go away. I love hearing the reports when you come back. It actually is deadly.
We'll go full Instagram as well, so we'll.
Oh, of course you will.
It's my turn this time, though.
Oh, you get to get the air shots taken.
Yeah,
lovely. That's great. You have a few dresses picked out, have you?
Yeah.
Fair play to Brendan on the cameras there as well.
Yeah.
Fair play to
And
Blind
I'm
Tiger.
getting the cocktails. Well done.
Yeah, and Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and the Blind Tiger. Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I paused on that one. Like that.
I'll cut that out. The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar.